187th scale versus 164th scale. So I've had a couple people ask me, which do I like better, 164th scale, 187th scale, and why? And also why I went from Matchbox Fire Department to Greenlight Fire Department. So this video will answer all those questions. Okay. First off, depends on what you want to do. The reason I went from 187th scale to 164th scale is because I wasn't paying attention. When I had the Matchbox Fire Department, or West Matchbox Fire Department, one of the things that I noticed was every vehicle has the same wheelbase, right? So you're telling me that a Type 2 ambulance, or even is the same size as a Type 3 ambulance, the same size as a rescue truck, which is the same size as a woodland brush truck, which is the same size as a crash truck. No, not going to happen. So I wanted to get into more scale stuff. The real working rigs are a good example of some scale vehicles. 187th scale. I have some. This is a Bully. This is a Walther Seamaster. It's basically the same thing. Engine and tanker. I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the real working rigs Pierce Velocities and 1 Pierce Quantum. And I also have a bunch of Code 3s, Greenlights, Ertls, yada yada yada. So what do I like, and how did I get into it? Well, basically I had the Bully and Walther Seamaster trucks, and I wanted a tanker, so I bought this truck, made it up to be a tanker, and found out that it's a lot bigger scale and didn't look right. So then I was forced to create a fleet that got to another fleet that got to even more of a fleet. So that's why I went to Greenlight. Now, what would I recommend? So what we're going to do for this video is I'm going to take a top mount engine. The ladder for this truck's missing because I used it for the ladders on engine 7. So we're going to put that truck there. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab engine 292, which is the closest thing to all the trucks that I have that match these. So there's a size comparison for you guys. Now, depending on what you want to do, detail, and everything like that, there is nothing wrong with a 187th scale engine. Nothing wrong at all. It looks great. They're cheap. I think I picked this one up for like 20 bucks on Amazon. I mean, you can see great detail, great interior detail, detail on the pump panel. They even have wheel chocks, detail in the back, everything like that. Engine 292 is, you can tell, has a little bit more detail. You know, this is also a Code 3. And this would be a mid-90s engine. This would have been what they would have had before 911. I decided to go ahead and throw in a Amercom truck as well. This is our Squad 61. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this truck aside for right now. And I'm just going to compare a Code 3 to an Amercom. The only thing really noticeably different about them is this truck weighs a lot more than this one because the body's metal. This one, the body is plastic. Actually, no, it's all metal, but there's plastic parts on it. But you guys can see the detail's pretty good. Now, let me show you guys this. These two trucks roughly costed me about $5, $10 from each. I think this was 20 bucks. This was 30 bucks off Amazon, brand new. So you don't have to have money to afford the 164th scale truck yet if you want to have nicer models, the Code 3s, or even the Fire replicas. You're going to want some money for them. Here's two examples of two Bully trucks. Well, this is a Bully truck. This is a Walther Seamaster. This is obviously a tanker. And I think they're great trucks. I really do. I wish that they had more. They have a rescue and a ladder truck that are mounted on this same platform. These trucks are nice. They really are. Now, if you're into, the only thing that I don't like about them is, let me put this truck next to, for say, a Matchbox garbage truck. Now, this will be about the same size as a Matchbox, that Pierce Dash that they have. As you can see here, right, the heights might be the same, but you can't tell me your average garbage truck is going to be the same wheelbase. I mean, it's going to be the same length of the cab on a 187 scale. So that's the only thing that bothers me about them. Where all my trucks here, yes, they're all 164 scale, so they have their different lengths. Now, that being said, if you want to get into 164th scale, like I said, it's great. They don't have a lot of custom trucks like this that don't say anything on them. I mean, they don't have a lot of trucks that don't say anything on them. They all say something on them. So you could either opt, like I did, and start off with a Greenlight beverage truck. And you can make either a rescue engine, like I did, and I just cut this pump panel off of a Matchbox Freightliner M2 tanker. Or you can make a rescue truck like I did here. I used this crane hook off of these Ertl service trucks. And I used the raft off of those Matchbox Raft rescue trucks, and I just repainted it and colored it all in. And the raft does come off on this one. It does not on this one. The idea when I created this fire department was I was living in Florida, living beachside, so I figured I'd have some, water rescue vehicles. Now let's talk ladder trucks. 187 scale, you can have your Walther's Scene Master ladder truck. It's a Quint, just like this truck with a ladder mounted on the top. Or you can opt for the $5 Pierce Velocity or Quantum ladder trucks. You can find them on eBay. You can find them in Walmart. No, none of mine are for sale. So you can have your rear mounts. You can also, if you find one of these on eBay, which these are rare, and no, that's not for sale either, you can have a tiller truck for your department, which you can have all that in 1/64th scale as well. It's just very hard to find a ladder truck for cheap. I was able to find 7 truck for about $35 on Amazon, and it's pretty good, but the ladder's real flimsy and real delicate, and I just don't want to use it, so that's why you never see it on my Instagram. But the cool thing is, if you decide to go 1/64th scale, you can get a couple of these ambulances, which are 2019 Hallmark ornaments. Buy them for, well, now it's 2020, so you can buy these for really, 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 really cheap because Hallmark's trying to get rid of them. Once coronavirus is done, Hallmark card store opens up, go in, you can get these for like $5. And there's a hook that sits right in here. You just twist it and pop it out and put a number over it, or just leave it open. You can even glue it, sand it, and paint it. Choice is yours to cover up the hole. And these are awesome because you have Chevy 4500 cutaway ambulances, or you can go with the Greenlight ambulances. Greenlight always had a fleet of ambulances. Where at Matchbox, you're stuck with whatever release they have. So you have a couple of these E350s. I got these Alert ones. I got a whole bunch of them. Or the new TerraStar, which you're not going to tell me that a TerraStar ambulance is going to be the same height as an E350. It's just not possible. You're not going to tell me E350 is the same height as a rescue. So what do I recommend? If you're starting out, you're young, you're new to the game like I was 10 years ago, Matchbox Fire Department's fine. Especially if you have a lot of them in your collection. I mean, a lot of these I've had for many, many years. Especially these 3 crash trucks and this one right here. And as well as these ambulances. If you're older, and you want to get into customization and customizing stuff, you can go with 1/64th scale. You can go with 1/87th scale. All of you guys have seen my Station 7 review, and if you haven't, go ahead and take a look at it. You'll see where I did a custom box truck. I repainted it to be a decontamination unit. I did some stuff to a tanker truck to make it a fire tanker truck. Same thing with a beverage truck. Same thing with an Ertl maintenance truck. Lifted this Ertl maintenance truck, make a brush truck. Made this beverage truck a rescue truck. And then you guys will know this used to be a Greenlight ambulance. I turned this into a brush truck. This was an Ertl flatbed that I turned into a dozer hauler. Everybody knows that this used to be a tanker truck, just like that tanker there. That was the body that used to be on it. And I turned it into from a triaxle to a single axle brush truck. And then last but not least, the newest truck, which I need to do a review on, this Quantum. It used to be a KB Toys 1999 commemorative, and I made it Squad 81. So you can do customs with these too. It all depends on what you want to do. Now, like I said, price point wise, you can find these for cheap on eBay. If you want to cut stuff up, whatever. There's not really a big community or run through of, 1/64 scale trucks that are meant for your, if you have a fantasy department. But if you want with a little bit of talent and whatnot, you can go ahead and start stripping paint and repainting them your department's colors. The choice is yours. So I hope this helped everybody out, whether you're trying to decide if you want to stay in Matchbox, 1/87th scale, you want to go 1/64th scale like I did. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to comment on the videos. PM me. Follow me on Instagram at Greenlight Fire Station 7 and PM me there as well. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out, give you guys pointers. If you need me to make a specific video on how I did something, I'll be more than happy to do that. So yeah, all right guys, I'll see you guys later. Stay safe.